Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Welcome, everybody, to Loving, New Mexico, right here as we are about to get underway. As your Jal Panthers are going to be taking on the Loving Falcons. Loving Falcons have a 4-3 district record and would like to improve that. Of course, they are in second place behind the hot and spicy Eunice Cardinals. They'll be playing tonight as well. But for right now, it'll be Jal taking on Loving and trying to see what they can do to get back into the winning column. It's been a while since last year, since they won a game. But Loving is going to be formidable, that's for certain. Last time we played them, it was a bit of a lopsided contest, but we're going to go ahead and play it anyway on this nice field out here in Loving. So take a break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all happening right here.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Welcome once again to Nomar Broadcasting's coverage of Jal Sports as we take on the Loving Falcons. Once again, Their record is 10-8, 4-3 for the district. And they are in second place in the district, and Jal is in last place. 0-13 is their record. Trying to get it to 1-13, but huge team to face, and that'll be, of course, Loving Falcons. Once again, a couple years ago, they were really good, and they're still good. But Eunice right now is dominating the district and number one as well. So going to have possibly a couple of good teams coming out of this district. Even Texaco might have a chance to get into the playoffs. But, of course, each game at a time is what they say. And for right now, we've got game number one of this doubleheader for Loving Falcons versus the Jal Panthers. Jal is coming in here with Coach Chris Mendez, along with assistant coaches Lee Flores and Hayden Simmons. And again, just unable to get this young team to get into the winning column, but they still try, as they had a nice little game against Eunice the other day. And actually, it was nice. Weather was not as cooperative. Of course, then again, that's what happens on a Saturday. It seems like either gets windy or cold, and this time it was cool and windy, so didn't affect too much of the weather, or didn't affect too much of the play, though. So at least we had that to look forward to. Looks like we're going to start on time. Let's go ahead and take in the break. Be back and continue coverage. It's all happening right here on Jal Sports, whether you're on HopsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks again for watching.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, have the lineup for Loving Falcons, starting off with Gareth Bunch. He's going to be at center field. And then it's going to be Evan Leva, who is going to be playing shortstop. He'll be batting second. And let's see, do I have any classifications? Nope, but third one is going to be, oh wait, actually I might have something here. So Gareth Bunch is listed as, no, that's the wrong one. Let's see, that is a senior. Garrett is. Evan is listed as a sophomore. And then next up in line to bat will be Ryan. Let's see, how did it say? It was Echeverria. And he is listed as a freshman, followed by Trent. Trent is listed as a sophomore. Ryder Gonzalez is next. Ryder's a sophomore. He'll be playing catcher. And Trent will be at right field. So the outfield is three of the first four batters, followed by Ryder. Then Brody Allen is next, and Brody is going to be pitching. And Brody is a junior. Jace Munoz is next. He'll be at first base. Jace is listed as a senior, followed by Cisco Leva. And Cisco is a senior as well. So it's Leva. No, that's Lai. Sorry, that's not Laiba. That's Laya. Followed by a Cisco. That's what I said. And then Martin Ares. And Martin is going to be playing at second base. He is a sophomore. So we'll be starting here pretty soon. Didn't have the lineup for the for Jal, but we will get that underway here in a moment as the lineups are being dealt with right now with the umps. Be back in a moment.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Just had the national anthem, and we are about to get underway here in Loving, New Mexico, as it is the Jal Panthers taking on the Loving Falcons. And hopefully we've got both sides watching, as not too many people here so far, but it's early on. I've noticed a lot of times the crowd gets here a little later than normal, but nevertheless, it will be a good game for baseball. That's coming up first. Looks like it'll be for Jal, Ben Moody. As we all know, Ben is a freshman. He'll be starting things off for the offense. He's usually at the position of right field. Followed by Trip Elmer. Trip has been a few places. He can either be at catcher or at shortstop. Either way, he is he's fun to watch, I believe. Anyway, in my opinion, he is fun to watch. And in most cases, it is Fernando Sauceda up next, followed by Jayton Butts, Perez, Salinas, Zaid Lindman, Luis Navarrete, and Xavier Villa. But that could be a changed lineup. I don't have it with me again, but I will definitely keep up with them as they go. 86 degrees here. So we're about to get started, and it should be interesting to see and watch. This is my first time here in Loving. This nice little field. Hoping the screen won't cause too much problems or distraction. Weather at least got warmer from yesterday, so that's a good thing. All right. As the pitcher warms up, that again is going to be that'll be Brody Allen. So Eunice is at 7-0, Loving at 4-3, Texaco is at 3-4, and Jal sitting at the cellar at 0-7. Have just had 6 runs for them and 109 against during the district, while Loving has had 40 runs for them and 53 against, so they're 13 in the negative at the moment. Looks like we are underway as the team gets together one last time before they get started on the bottom or top of the first. And again, coming in, Ben Moody. Ben tends to swing a little harder than he needs to at times, so maybe he'll get a little patience and try to find one that will be just right for him to get him in play. Umpire says we're ready, and we are underway. First one goes across. Be called a strike. Count is already at 0-1 for Ben. Freshman looks at it again. Takes that one, strike 2. 0-2 for Ben Moody. It is up against junior Brody Allen. Trip is in the circle. It's going to be low. It's going to get away from him. No harm, no foul, as nobody's on base. 1-2 for the count. Ben nice enough. That is Trip nice enough to get the ball out of play. 1-2 for the first batter. Outside, 2-2. Had that one to give. Ben doesn't have long enough arms to be able to stretch for that one either way. 2-2 the count here. Delivery, swung on, and going to be a strike 3. So first strikeout, first out. Coming up next, Trip Helmer. Trip is an 8th grader. He's got plenty of time to get better. He is pretty good already, actually, in this person's opinion. That one goes across for the ball. We've got other games going on as well, but this one is here in Loving. Also have one in Hobbs. Actually, I think we have 2 in Hobbs, but that is a swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 1-1. Thank you very much for being here on this lovely Tuesday evening. That goes across just a bit outside. Ball 2. We are ready for some action here. Bunt. I'm going to pull that out and going to go over his head, which for Trip is not very difficult. 3-1 is the count right now. It's been a while since I've been in this position for the Jal players or Jal Panthers. Usually it's on this side so I can see what's going on, but a little blockage, but nothing serious. That one goes high, ball 4, walk. Wait, he launched that bat, didn't he? So 1 on, 1 out coming up next. Second is me, Sauceda. That one goes across, right down the pike for a strike. Strike 1. Me up after Sauceda will be Jayton Butts. Count is at 0-1. Swung on and missed. Strike two. 0-2 now. So once again, Fernando is behind on the count. He's going to have to protect the plate. Make sure there's no junk coming as his way as well as Tripp gets a little bit of a lead. It goes inside. Almost thought it hit him, but it did not. So it's ball one. 1-2 the count. Once again on the mound is going to be Brody Allen. Junior looks over to Tripp, goes ahead and delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike three. So that is out number two with one on. Coming up next is going to be Jayton Butts. Jayton most likely will be catching, but you never know. That goes high for the ball one. So one on, two outs though. Brody Allen on the mound. Jayton Butts in the batter's box, trying to get something going with the bat as that one goes foul. Coming back to me. Count is now 1-1. Would be great to see some offensive spark from this Jal team, especially on the road. Wind is blowing from left to right. That one goes across, a little high and outside, ball two. Jayton ahead of the count at 2-1. This Falcons team, though, is very defensive as well, so that one is going to go by. And as I say that, Tripp is going to advance to second off the wild pitch. So that'll be 3-1. Meanwhile, I see the next one on deck hits, and that's going to be foul. Will be in play. Nope, it will be just out of play on the right-hand side. So the count will go to full. So 3-2. As Tripp is on second, two outs though. Wind is blowing. And Jayton gets the delivery. High ball, ball two. And a steal for Tripp. So Tripp is going to go to third. And Butts will get on with a walk. So runner in scoring position right now with two outs. Coming up next is going to be Isaac Salinas. Last time we saw him in action, it was pitching, and then I believe he went over to shortstop. First throw is going to be, I thought it was me inside, but nope, just outside for ball one. Runners on the corners, two outs for Jal, top of the first. We just got started. There we go again, Brody Allen with the delivery. That's going to go wild. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Ump walked away for a moment. I think he got hit a little bit. Looks like it. So injury timeout for the ump. Looks like he just had to walk it off for a moment. Let's go ahead and take a break. Be back, and we'll be continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Jumps back in, so he is ready as well, as it is once again Isaac Salinas who is at bat with runners on the corners. That one gets delivered across, will be a strike. It goes to 1-2. So 1-2 is the count right now. Isaac, who is a sophomore, is going to get rung up for strike 3. So 3 strikeouts, 2 left on base, no hits. Well, actually 1 hit. Or was it? Nope, no hits, no runs, no errors, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. Let's go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Loving coming up next. And it all happens right here on the Jal Panther Network.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, we are back. Thank you very much for being here on this nice, cool Tuesday. Actually, it's warming up a little bit. You'll be in the 80s, so not as cool, but definitely a lot warmer than it was the other day. So thank you very much for being here. Looking at Luis Navarrete, part of this squad over in left field today. It's also going to be Ben Moody, who's going to be pitching. Trip Hummer is going to be at shortstop. Can't seem to find Sauceda, but I do know that it is first base for Xavier. Oh, there he is. Second base for Fernando. And for Salinas, haven't seen him yet, but let's see who is over at third. Got a techno here. Yep, there he is. Third base. Just a little extra time to get ready. First batter coming up for Loving is going to be Gareth Bunch, playing at center field today. Speaking of which, let's see who we got at center field today. Can I see?
Now batting senior number 2, Garrett Bunch.
So Garrett Bunch coming up as promised. Just going to see what we can do to get things started. Once again, going up against Ben Moody. First one's a little high, ball 1. Ben, as you know, is a freshman, so he's got plenty of time to get better. That one goes across, a little low. Thought he found it, but no, ball 2. So it is Gareth who is ahead of the count right now. Bunch with 2-0 for the count. Here comes another delivery. Gets across. And that will find the corner for the strike. Nicely done. 2-1. Gareth didn't think it was going to find its way inside, but it did. So let's see what the delivery looks like. A little high, didn't sink. Ball 3. So the count now at 3-1. No outs, nobody on. First batter. Coming up next is going to be Evan Leva. He's going to go across, ball 4.
Now batting, number 5, Evan Leva.
Evan going to try to see what he can do with one on and nobody out. Evan is playing at shortstop. It's settled in. Expect to see a steal from first to second. There he goes. As that one's fouled back, so he's going to have to get back. Get back to where he belongs. Already at 0-1 for the count. Let's take a moment to get him back to his first base. And once again, Moody on the mound, looking for a signal, looking back over at first. Probably left-hander goes. That is going to be thrown from Jayton, but not in time. So steal to second is what Gareth is going to do. Meanwhile, counter goes to 1-1 for Evan. It's back to it. One on, nobody out. Bottom of the first. Goes in deals, and that'll be outside for the ball. Ball 2. Got the red and white for Loving, of course, blue and gray, I believe, for Jal. Definitely can't get those two confused. Ben looking back. May have had a chance to get him, but yeah, Saucedo wasn't quite in the spot he needed to be in. As another lead off again. Back to second is Saucedo. Looking back is Moody. So test him out again. Trying to get some quick, easy outs. Or the Panthers, they have not done that before. Allowing a lot of steals going on this season. But I think they backed off on it. Get that up the middle, bouncer, and that'll be a ball. 3-1 is the call. Three and one with no outs, one on. Got a game again on Saturday at Texaco. Ball 4. That'll advance it to first
now
for
batting,
Evan.
Number 4, Ryan Echevarria.
So Ryan Echevarria coming up next. See, it looks like he's got a good swing. Let's see if he can get that to connect with the ball. I've got a good swing. I just can't hit the ball. So 2 on, no outs. Don't lean back. And it will be Echevarria. That one's outside for ball 1. All right, we have got the 1-0 count. That is going to be struck up the left. Going to find the gap, and looks like it'll be a RBI single for Ryan.
Now batting, number 15, Trent Echevarria.
Now it's Trent's turn, as there is a run on. 1-0 with no outs. And bases at first and second are filled. So once again, nice hit from Ryan. Trent is up next, sophomore. Echeverria. Echeverria. They're going to go, and Jayton could have probably got him, but instead sits on it and will let the runners advance to second and third respectively. So Evan is at third, Ryan's at second, Trent still batting, and the count is now 1-0. That one's going to get out, but Jayton able to track it down quickly, so no runners to advance. That would have been another score, but a ball call for, well, actually a strike call, so 1-1. One and one for the call. No outs, 2 on. 1 run has already scored. Ben going to deliver. Hit that one, and it's going to be up the middle. It's going to go to center field. Looks like he may have a chance to get it. And he does, but the pop fly is going to go ahead and be a sacrifice fly for the RBI.
Number 20, Ryder Gonzalez.
So 1 scores, 1 out. And coming up next, it's going to be Ryder Gonzalez. Gonzalez is playing at catcher, and he is a sophomore. So 2-0, bottom of the first. That's a little high, doesn't fall enough for ball 1. So far, there have been no hit. No, wait, there have been 1 hit. Actually, no hits. That one goes across for the ball. So 2-0 is the count. Ump is ready. High and hit, so that'll be a hit by pitch. That'll take Ryder to first. Brody Allen, the pitcher, is coming up next.
Now batting.
As we have runners on the corners once again. Ball during during the defense, of course. So Brody Allen coming up. Going to be a steal for Ryder. Gets it to second, no problem. Did not get that challenged. So the runner can't steal home. Meanwhile, though, that was a ball. So the count is 1-0. Coming up next is going to be Jace Muniz playing at first base. Just been outside for the ball, ball 2. Runners on second and third. 2 runs have scored. 1 out has been issued. And here we are with another one from Brody. From Moody, as that one gets hit to the left. It's going to be high enough. Is it going to be deep? And it is. And it'll be capped underneath for out number 2 from Brody.
Now batting number 7, senior Jason Hill.
But an RBI, 2 RBI actually, on that. And that is going to clear the bases. So that means 2 outs, nobody on for Muniz. Muniz, the first baseman, senior, going up once again against Ben Moody. So Trent was able to score along with Ryder. And Ryan scored earlier, just along with Evans. So that is the 4 runs. That one's going to be hit just barely foul. I mean, it was just that close. but it was enough for strike one. So nice contact, just couldn't get behind it. I don't know if it would have been a great hit if it would have been in front of the bag, but instead it went behind the bag. Could have caught the gap and really been a single, maybe even a double. That one's going to get hit too. It's going to be fair as it is caught by right field, and that'll be the third out. Looks like that was caught by Trip Helmer. No, sorry. That was caught by, I wanted to say 6, but in any case, the right fielder. So that is the end of one. We're going to go to the top of the second. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here. 4-0 is the score. Be back in a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
You talk about good timing. It is Ramirez, Miguel Ramirez, who is coming up next. And he was the one that caught the final out in the bottom of the first for the freshman. He's going to come up to bat. Let's see, we had four runs come across off of no hits. It was walks, all of them, no strikeouts, and nobody left on base, along with no errors. And let's see, I think it was 3 walks, maybe 2. Anyway, first one goes across for the strike. Once again, Miguel Ramirez, freshman, coming up. That one goes across, finds the corner, and strike 2. So it is 0-2 for the count for the freshman. Once again, had a really nice catch just a moment ago. That one gets across. Strike 3. He is going down, not swinging. 4 strikeouts in a row so far. Or not in a row, but 4 strikeouts for Brody Allen. As coming up next, that one's going to go across for a strike. Didn't see the number on the hitter. I do believe it's going to be Salinas. But let me double check. Swung on and missed. That is going to be Lindman, Zaid Lindman. So he is 0-2 right now. Zaid is a freshman, so a lot of youngsters here. And 3 up, 3 down. He is going to go down for strike number 2, or out number 2. And coming up next is going to be Luis Navarrete. Lewis wearing number 12. First one's going to go across, will be a ball. Lewis coming in here as a junior, one of the higher ranked. He is going to be at left field. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike 1. So 1-1. Here we go again. Gets it across. Strike 2. So 1-2 the count right now. As once again, Brady Allen on the mound. Catching for the Falcons is going to be Ryder Gonzalez. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 3 up, 3 down on that one. And we're going to go to the bottom of the second. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base, and no walks as well. We also had 3 strikeouts. That is 6 so far for Brody Allen. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. This is all happening right here in Loving, New Mexico. You're on the Jal Sports Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks again.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, we are back. Thank you much for being here on this nice Tuesday or pre-evening. It'll be Cisco Lahia coming up first for the second inning. There we go. Ben Moody still on the mound. I'm going to pitch him for as long as possible. That's going to be high inside, ball 1. May have gotten away from him on that one. Seems like, can't tell exactly which way the wind is blowing, but it's definitely changed direction. And it's going to be hit foul. So a long strike, 1-1. Nice catch from the coach over there. So we've got a 1-1 for the call. No outs and nobody on. It's going to go across, ball 2. Two and 1 the count now. That's coming up next is going to be Martin Arias. Swung on and hit, foul again. Just behind that swing, otherwise could have been fair, but instead 2-2 is the count. So 2-2. Take that one high and right above me, somewhere around there as it goes foul. Count change or stays at 2-2. Freudian slip. Say one thing and you mean another. So 2-2 for Moody. Just been outside, ball 3. Base is empty as we get this second inning started. Full count once again. Delivery, and it's going to be hit up the middle. It's not. She's going to be back again. And near right of me. Sounds like somebody caught it. So full count. Somebody's got a souvenir. There he is, a little kid. I think he went over there just for that reason. It seemed like it anyway. 2-2 inside, ball 4. So the walk is on. One is on for Cisco, senior.
Now batting, number 11, Martin Arias.
And Mark Arias is going to be on next. He is a sophomore playing at second base today. Bunt on, and we'll get it to the left. Nicely done, as that will advance the runner to first. So bunted that one perfectly as we go to the top of the order. I think that was the first hit of the game as well. So Gareth Bunch coming back up again, senior. First time up, he had a walk and scored. Got to steal second. He has 2 on, no outs. Moody on with Ben delivering. That one's going to get hit, foul. Is it going to be playable? No. Drifted to the right too far. So strike 1. So the count 0-1. Going to look back, maybe, try to catch second. Would be a good opportunity, but nope. Going to go ahead and do it, but instead was way off play, out bait. Base, as you can see, possibly. Don't lean back. So maybe they will try that again. He's going to focus forward. So 0-1 is the count right now. Going to be delivered. Just a little outside, ball 2, or ball 1, I mean. Count goes to 1-1. One and one, and yep, wind's now back from left to right. So it is swirling around a little bit, keeping that flag moving and grooving. Spin a wedge. Ben with that high ball, keeps Jayton on his heels. And that'll be 2-1 now for the count. Still 2 on, both at first and second. Coming up after him will be Evan Leva. That one goes across. Thought it was going to be a strike, but it is not. So it is going to be 3-1 now for the call. I believe actually Evan was the first one to get a hit. Didn't mark it down though. Nope. He got walked. Clouds haven't overtaken, but they are getting larger and more dense as that one goes across for the ball. Ball 4. So that'll be another walk.
Number 5, Evan Leva.
So Leva coming up. Once again, Leva was on. He did score in the first. Like to do so again with the bases loaded. Could get an RBI or 3 along the way. Sophomore. So the sophomore has a dream come true. Bases loaded, no outs. A 4-0 lead as that one goes across. Wild pitch is going to probably score 1 as that one does draw across. That will be Cisco. The wild pitch moves all the runners. So now we've got runners at second and third. First base is open now. And that first pitch was a ball. That one gets hit to center field. Just shallow center as it just got past Tripp. That means
Now
1
batting,
run will
number
score.
4, Ryan Echevarria.
And Ryan Echevarria coming up next. He had a RBI single. So the freshman up again with 1 on, actually 2 on, 1 on corners, and no outs. So we're in the bottom of the second. Penn still on the mound, going to hurl. There's going to be a throw once again. Wild pitch gets past Jayton Butts, and it's going to be all the way to third. He thought about throwing to third, but instead relinquished it and thought again about it. As Ryan's going to be coming back up again with 1-0 for the count. And now we have 7 aboard. So it is 7-0 right now. No outs. 1 on at third. That'll be Evan. And Moody once again in the shadows. And that's going to be a hit foul. So that is not a wild pitch this time. Ryan will go 2-1. Going to be up next is going to be Trent. Trent had an RBI, a fly, a pop single out, or actually that's a sacrifice fly. That goes across for the ball. Gets back in the batter's box in a second. There we go. Ben delivers, gets it across, hit, and it's going to go to the left field, left to center, and it's going to be between the gap. That's going to score 1 as it gets a double in at least
Now batting.
for
15,
Ryan.
Trent Echevarria.
So a double for him, an RBI to boot. That's another RBI. That's 2 for him so far in this game, and Trent's coming up next. 1 on, no outs. Trent up there playing at right field for the sophomore. Had a fly out. As you know, Ryan didn't have the fly out. It was Trent who had the fly out. So had to sacrifice fly. An RBI. So far it's been 4 runs in the first and 4 runs in the second. That goes across for the ball. So a single and a double for Ryan. That's going to get hit, just foul, barely though. So Trent looking at 1-1 for the count. With 1 on at second. One of the delivery. High, ball 2. Gonna be Ryder Gonzalez coming up next. Ryder had a hit by pitch. And at least 1 steal. With some experience, they could probably get the second baseman out, but instead, going to throw forward ball 3. Don't want to make any mistakes and try to throw it there, and then it being in the outfield, and next thing you know, another run scores. 4 in the first, 5 in the second now. Oops. So I'll catch up. That one's going to be a long foul and get it to full count for Trent, the sophomore. He did pop it out last time. It was in center field. That one goes high, ball 4.
Now batting. Number 20, Ryder Gonzalez.
So Ryder Gonzalez coming up next with runners on first and second. And then Brody Allen after him. Once again, Ryder got hit by the pitch to get on base. First one's going to go high, ball 1. Two on, no outs. Delivery high, ball 2. So Ryder looking at 2-0 count with 2 on. Sun's not a problem right now as that one goes across, low, ball 3. So the throw back to second is not in time, safe at second. And another walk would load the bases. Already down 9-0. That one goes across. He's going to throw to third and not in time. Got the third baseman off the bag.
Now batting, number 1, Brody Allen.
Got 2 to come across, RBI style, so a sacrifice fly. And he's got 3 on, so he's got bases loaded. No outs. That's going to be hit. It's going to go between center and center and left, and be picked up. Going to be 1. Going to go to third. Is that in time? Looks like he is safe at third. So that'll be 2 come across for Brody as he goes to second. So a 2 RBI double. Coming up next, Jace Munoz. And Jace. Actually, no, Jace doesn't bat, so it's Cisco. As that first one goes foul. To the right, so 0-1 the count. So that gets hit to the left. It's going to be right in front of left fielder. As it gets thrown in, looks like it'll be 2 come in. And Luis Navarrete tried to get it in, but just couldn't get there in time. So it is going to be Cisco with 2 RBI, single. Oops. And that's going to push it up to 13. Find out. So it's 12, but still 12-0 with runner at first. Well, we'll find out in a moment. Well, I know it's a big hole for Jal to dig out of. That one's going to get hit over to third, past him. As it goes into the outfield, that means a nice little base hit for Cisco. Well, that was Jace Munoz, who hit the RBI, 2 RBI double. So a double and a single coming up will be top of, is it top of the order? No, it's Martin. Martin coming up, bottom of the order. Martin had a single last time up. Still in the second inning. So clear that. No outs still. As that gets hit over to short, he's going to rally it to first, or second, I mean. And first will be overthrown, so 1 out. as it was infield
Now
still.
batting, number 6, Wyatt Hahn.
So it'll be out number 1, Cisco out, as it was a single fielder's choice for top of the order once again. Garrett Bunch was going to go again. Last time got walked. And a meeting with the manager. As that one, let's see, it looks like we're going to get a different batter this time around. And we've got him down as Granger. Let me see, do I have his first name? No. Just call him Granger. So we've got runners at first and third. So runners on the corners. Granger on. First time up. 1 out. Runner advances. It gets hit. Foul. So he'll be going back. For strike 1. Let me see, I've got Granger down as it is Marcus Granger Jr. That one goes across. It's going to be a score, a run will score. There he is. And now it's 13. That keeps messing up. There we go. So Marcus Granger is a junior. Still a bat with a 1-1. That one goes across. Going to throw to third, and that's going to be over his head. Going to keep the runner there, though, as it goes over Salinas' head. Thrown by Jayton Butts. So nice effort, just couldn't get it there. And now the count is at 2-1. So now a conference. Maybe interference, maybe not. We'll find out. That's usually what the case is in a discussion like this. As we get a little George Michael. And interference call, he is out.
Now
So we got
batting,
out
five,
number
Evan
2. So Evan Leyva coming up next, the sophomore. He walked in the first, and I believe he ended up getting a single. Either a single or a hit by pitch, either way. He got on, so let's give him a single. Score is unofficially 13-0. As there is a discussion on the mound, we'll take a little break. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all happening right here on the HobbsAmerica.com. Well, we did get a change in pitcher. I didn't see that, but yeah, I can tell Tripp when I see him. So that is definitely Tripp. Be back in a moment.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
So Ben gets through 1 2/3 innings before being relieved, allowing 13 runs at least. And it will be once again Trip Helmer, who was helming the position of shortstop, as he gets to warm up. Still in the second. We've been through the rotation 1.5 times. We're about to be threatening to get through it too. Before we had the change in pitching staff. So let's pause for a moment, we'll be back, and we'll continue coverage. This all happened right here. Thanks for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and...
All right, we got a bunt going on, and that is going to be out number 3, as it didn't quite work. He got it bouncing over to the right-hand side, but it was caught by Tripp and thrown to first for the 1-3 and the final out. We're going to go to the the top of the third. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage all right here in Loving, New Mexico. Thanks for being here, and we'll be back.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, we're back. Looks like that was three hits. 4 hits, because I have 4 hits and 4 walks. As again on the mound to get things started is going to be. So it looks like we do have a new hurler. Let's see. With a 13-run lead, looks like they've got number 13 out there, and that is going to be, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what it shows on the Rossdale. That is Granger. So that is going to be, Groovy. So Granger's out there. Going to go up against the bottom of the order. It'll be Xavier to start things off on the top of the third. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Just a bit inside, ball 1. 1-1 is the count right now. That one goes across for the 1 and 2, unfortunately, and that's going to be down on the count. Xavier. Another try, and he's going to hit this one right up the middle to the left. Shortstop's going to take it, hurl it over to first, and that'll be in time for the 6-3 for out number 1. First time in a while we've had an out, not from a strikeout. Top of the order now is Ben Moody. Moody struck out in the first. Delivers quickly, little up, it does find it, and it's going to be a strike. Strike 1. Bit more outside than Ben would like, but nonetheless, he sees that first one, goes to the second one, going to be a dropper or sinker, but does not hit the mark. Going to be a ball. 1-1. Back to it again. Not giving the batter a whole lot of time. Did a little bit there. That one goes across, swung on, missed. Strike 2. Ben down to 1 and 2 for the count. Nobody on, 1 out. That is outside for ball 2. Tied at 2. It's a nice drive out of here. Should be a nice drive back. No wind anyway, at least nothing that was pushing me around as this one gets outside for a full count of 3 and 2. So Granger on the mound, his first batter up. Top of the third. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So goes down swinging that time. That'll be out number 2. It'll be Tripp, who is now throwing, hurling. Will be pitching after this, after the defense. First one's going to go across, a little high, ball 1. Tripp did get a walk last time up. Got all the way to third, but was stranded there. Got there off a steal and a wild pitch. Meanwhile, 2-0 is the count. Gets that one low, ball 3. Getting some sun peeking out of the cloud. May affect a little bit of the vision as it goes 3-0. And finds the corner for the strike. Tripp thought it was going to be a ball, but instead, strike is what it was called. So it does go and hit the zone. Got to protect the plate on this one. He may do it again. Nope, instead a walk. So the second walk for Tripp as he takes his trip to first. 2 outs, 1 on now. Coming up next is me, Fernando Sacida. He struck out in the first, second time at bat. This one goes across, swung, and nope, he did check it, so ball 1. Maybe a little more patience this time around as he looks back to Tripp at first. Swing this one and going to be foul. It's like actually it'll be fair possibly. It looks like it's close. Catchable maybe. Nope, it was, but foul nevertheless. Unable to catch it. And now to be 1-1. So top of the third right now. We've got a 13-run lead for the Falcons as they're flying high so far. Fernando with a 1-1 count and 1 on. Going to deliver that one, swing and a miss, strike 2. Strong 1, there we go. So 1 and 2 is the count right now with 2 outs, 1 on. Top of the third in Loving, New Mexico. That one goes across Didn't hit it, so ball 2. Looked like it could have been sinking right down into it, but it didn't. It didn't quite hit the strike zone. So Fernando with 2-2 for the count. Hits that one, goes up the middle, right to second. He's going to lob it over to third, and that'll be in time. Didn't need the second one, didn't need the double play. The out at second was enough for out number 3. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. Is happening all right here. Stay with us.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Trying to work on the visual here, but unfortunately that screen just in the way along with the net. But either way, beautiful day out here on this Tuesday evening as we're at 5:41 right now, and we're going into the bottom of the third. Coming up first to bat. Should be Ryan.
Now batting, number 8, Elijah Rodriguez.
I see, but instead it'll be Elijah Rodriguez, number 8. So number 8 is Elijah Rodriguez. And Elijah is a freshman. So a freshman replacing a freshman. And some of the players are getting some extra time. Coming up next can be a different player as well, number 17. That's going to be high, ball 1. All right. Don't have a 17 on the roster, but nonetheless, that is going to be ball, actually a strike. So strike 1 from Trip Helmer. So 1-1 is the call right now in the bottom of the third. As that one goes across for the strike as well. Good going. Oh, 1-2. 1-2. And I sound like I'm about to get a dance started. 1-2. Here we go. Another one. Nice one, though, but just a bit outside for the ball. 2-2. Tripp may be trying a little too hard on that one. Lost it. A 1 and a 2 and a gets it to 2-2. 2-2 pitch, gets it hit, and it's going to go deep to left for the catch.
Now batting, number 17.
That'll be another nice out. That one once again is Luis Navarrete in the left field with that one. Okay. So Wager up next. As he gets one hit up the middle, it's going to go to a shortstop. And not in time, Fernando over there. So he'll get the hit.
Now batting, number 20, Ryder Gonzalez.
Nicely done for Wager. As it is Ryder Gonzalez back up again. Hit by pitch and a walk. This time he'd like to see some contact with the bat, as it is 1 out, 1 on. That goes just a bit inside for ball 1. Oh, I thought I recorded that first out. All right, there we go, finally. So 1-0 for the count for Ryder Gonzalez. That one goes inside. He's going to go ahead and swing on it, miss. Either way, foul. It'll be a strike. So 1-1 is the call. Coming up next is going to be number 13. As that one gets hit just past short. And that is going to be in left field. He's going to try for third. I think he's going to be, if the throw would have been on time, it would have been good. But he's able to get there. So he stretched a single into a double. Once again, that is Gonzalez. So his first hit. And now coming up next, let's see, not a 13, all right. First one goes across, ball 1. So we've got runners at second and third. Trip hurling high, and that'll be ball 2. 2-0 is the count. Oh, that is too. Oh, that's right. That would be the hurler, as that one gets bombed, and we'll be fine. So that'll be 3-0 for the count. Let's see. Just realized I didn't see Bobby Perez out there. Bunt attempt is going to go ahead and get out, but it's ball 4.
Now batting, number 19, Benny Calderon.
So Benny Calderon coming up next. So we have new batters coming up as that one gets, like I said, a walk. And that loads up the bases for Benny Calderon. First one's going to go across for the ball. It's ball 1, 1-0. Getting a little more cloudier as that one goes across, and it will be a hit by pitch. Unfortunately, that means a walk is going to be, a run is going to walk in.
Number 3, Bobby Perez.
And there's Bobby Perez. So it looks like it'll be, yep, right there, okay. So bases loaded once again. 1 run comes across from that hit by pitch. And now we've got a dribbler comes across, ball 1. For Bobby Perez. Perez is listed as a senior. That one goes across for ball 2. So 2-0 for Bobby. Bobby. Outside for ball 3. So 3-0, bases loaded. Do not want to walk one, but that could be the possibility with this. Les Tripp does find it over the, did. Got a strike on that one. Nicely done. Timely, but then again, when is there a there's not a bad time to get a strike called. So 3-1 right now. Bases loaded, 1 out. That one outside though. Undeniably a ball, and it walks another one in for 15-0.
Now batting, senior, number 10, Tristan Onsutis.
Tristan coming up next is senior. Bases loaded once again, this time just above his head. He had to duck. Ball 1. Looks like everybody is getting a chance. On Suarez once again. Gets that one for ball 2. So bases loaded still. And ball 3. Three and 0 the count. So Tristan ahead. See if we can get another strike call here. Nope, bounces. And another walks in as the bases remain loaded.
Now batting, number 6, Wyatt Hahn.
Top of the order. Well, that's all right. So that's Wyatt Hunt. So last time was able to get on, but ended up being nope. Actually, no, he did not because he ended up being interference called out. Strike or out number 2. So bases loaded. Big lead at second as that one goes across for the ball. All right, and then now it is going to be 2-0. Two and 0 the count. We've got 3 runs in this inning, third, making it 16-0. That one goes well over. Ball 3. There it is. So Wyatt Hunt doesn't get very many opportunities. In fact, that's his first one, unless he's just been walked a lot. But he gets walked, and that'll put in another run. As the runs keep walking in. Coming up next, Evan Leyva. Leyva had a infield out for the third out from 1 to 3. And that was from Tripp. Tripp gets that first one across for the ball. Just a little wide and outside. 8th grader is doing the best he can right now. He will get better. Bunt, that was reached, and almost deja vu. Nope, actually it's going to be over to home base. And then now we got a run down.
Number 8, Elijah Rodriguez.
As he is going to get back. Nope, he's going to run, try to anyway. He's going to go back. Trying to get that extra out this time around. Is he going to be able to get there in time? Nope, he's going to throw it over, and man, it is still going. Should be a tag right there, and it is. So that is out number 3, and that was entertaining to see him go back and forth trying to get the score. But instead, that'll be the out. That'll be 4. Looks like I'm seeing 10. Yes. For Tristan Onsuris, he is the third out. So we're going to go into the top of the fourth. It is 17-0. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all happening right here in Loving on the Jal Sports Network as well as on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. Thanks again for being here.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, we're back and getting back into it. Let's get to the first batter for Jal. That'll be Jayton Butts, who struck out the first inning. It's been a while since that happened. It is now almost 6 o'clock. Clouds have a little bit of indication of rain, but I don't think it's going to rain anytime soon. Only thing that's been raining down have been walks, but that's going to be hit back for a foul ball. And strike one. These kids, though, they are very young and can only go up from here. Talk to the coaching staff about that. Goes across for the ball. 1-1. Had 3 wins last year, but then they had some relatively experienced players. This year they did not have as many. In fact, they had only 1. And that goes across for strike 2 for the foul. Winneman has some experience, at least at catching anyway. He's a very good catcher, I believe. Just needs to work on his swing, and his hit is the man you see in front of you right now, Jayton Butts. That goes across. Didn't swing on that one, though, so it'll be 2-2 for the count. Got a final from Eunice as the softball Jal team manages to get the victory once again. They had a split in the first two just last week. This week it is Jal 7, Eunice 2, and again that's in Eunice. So congratulations, 2 in a row against the Eunice squad as the big red birds trying to get back into it. Just couldn't do it. 7-2 once again. That time around was a ball. Full count. Count stays at 3-2. So the full count for Jayton is he's the first one on. Top of the fourth. Swung on a miss though, and that'll be strike 3. So out number 1. First strike since 3rd inning. That goes across. Actually, the first one pitch is going to come up. And that'll be, I'll find nothing. Okay, I thought for a second it was going to curve back into it, but no. Ball 1. Hobbs softball has defeated Carlsbad 4-1. So once again, Hobbs Carlsbad team, it was 4-1, Hobbs 4, Carlsbad 1. Congratulations to the Lady Eagles. 2-0 is the count right now. This is once again going to be for Salinas. Isaac takes that one for ball 3. Salinas ahead of the count, 3-0. That's going to go inside and walk him at ball 4. So as Isaac takes his base, Miguel Ramirez is going to come up next. Actually, that'll be That won't be Miguel. It'll be Carranzo. First one's going to go across. Steal attempt is going to be on the way and will be safe at second. So once again, Carranzo, count of 1-0. Or Carranza. Outside, ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Runner at second. 1 out. Yes, I do have that. And ball 3. Looking to get a little spark going on. Emilio Carranza is a sophomore. Trying to see what he can do with the bat. Wind slightly slowing down. Swung on, missed, strike 1. Had that one to give. Had it in his pocket. 3-1. 17 lead for the Falcons. That goes low. And Carranza is going to be able to take his base. Walk on that one. Coming up, Zaid Linman. Zaid's a freshman. He was able to, unfortunately, strike out the last time at bat. So he's got 2 on, first and second, 1 out. And that one goes high for the ball 1. One and 0 is the count. Delivers that one. Got it inside for the strike. Got a count of 1-1. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. As I said earlier, we've got other games going on. Hobbs and Carlsbad. We've got, along with Eunice and Texaco, that's happening in Texaco. That's a ball. So it goes to 2-2. 2 on, 1 out. That goes outside for ball 3, full count. Navarrete coming up next, looks like. That one is low and outside. Ball 4, which will load up the bases. It will be Lewis coming up next. Got kind of quiet out there, seems like. First one delivered. Going to find the corner for the strike. So 0-1's the count for Lewis. Quickly delivering again. Almost the same exact throw and the same exact results. 0-2 as it's just inside and down the middle. Swung on a miss, strike 3. He's going to go down swinging for Lewis, and that'll be out number 2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Coming up next, Xavier Villa, who had a infield out with a 6-3. Gets that one high near his chin. That's some chin music there for him. Ball 1. Down low, and nope, that's going to be a strike. So strike 1. 1-1 for the count. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Making a weather report here in a second. Bases loaded, but we have a 1-2 count. Goes across. He does hit it up the middle, a little blooper. And it's going to find possibly its way. Nope, it didn't. It would have otherwise, but he wasn't able to get there. No, he did not get the ball. So 1-2 come across. So instead of it being the third out, it is going to be, we'll find out in a second if it's an out or not. Falcons think it's the third out. But let's see. As they are starting to move, get off the field. But they can't yet, not until it's official. So it's either the third out or 2 runs have scored. We'll find out here. So it'll be interesting to see. It looked like it was, like I said, it would have been out by a country mile most of the time, but let's see what the call is. Still haven't called it. Safe. All right, he's safe. So that is going to be a single for Xavier. I think he's had at least 1 or 2 before, and 2 RBI as well. So we do have the score, 17-2. Coming up next, top of the order, Ben Moody is going to be there. As it scored, let's see. So Lindman is at third. That was Carraza was one of them, and the other one, Salinas. So first one goes across for the strike. So nice little hitting from Xavier once again. This one is going to be hit to the right, left this time. Gets over third base, and it's going to go all the way back. So that's going to score 1, and it's going to get Xavier all the way to third. And that is no problem, as it is a nice long double for Ben Moody. So the bats have come alive a little bit with the RBI. And we've got 3 scores coming in this one. Trip Helmer coming up next. Tripp has been walked both times. Got stranded at third in the first. And already throwing low ball for ball 1. So now we've got 2 outs and we've got 2 on, second and third respectively. Tripp up now. Tripp up. And ball 1. That goes for Helmer for ball 2. Last thing we want him to do is trip. Take a trip to first, take a trip to second, but do not trip along the way. That is going to be, then nope, he's not fast enough. He won't be running it. But ball 3. So Tripp could see himself, although he was caught stealing for the final out last inning. He will possibly be at first if he does get the walk. 3-0 is the count. High ball there, ball 4. Nice pitch again for the bat as this one now loads the bases up. Coming up next, Sauceda to see if he can clear the bases. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound. Let's go ahead and take a break. Be back in a moment. Thank our sponsors. Without whom, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air for free. You're watching it right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. Be back in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
So the bases are loaded, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 4th, and it is Fernando Sauceda. And it looks like we do have a change in pitching. Let's see who it is. It is going to be Granger, I believe, if I remember correctly. Nope, Tristan Onchuras. He is going to be pitching next. Tristan doing some warming up. Thanks to the part of Ben Moody, who got the ball back to him. Catching for the Falcons is Ryder Gonzalez still. Nicely done as he was able to stretch out to get that one. When to count it anyway, it's just warm up, but still, it's always good to be able to locate the ball like that. So again, bases loaded as we have a new pitcher, Tristan Anchurez. I'll give you the numbers, but the numbers are not updated. Just Eunice at 7-0. I believe they're going to be at 8-0 at the end of the day, or maybe 9-0. I don't know if they can't remember if they're playing a doubleheader or not against Texaco, but one game at a time. Right now, we're talking about 17-3 with bases loaded, 2 outs, and it is Fernando Sauceda. Xavier is at third. First one goes across for the ball. Never been in a pitching position where I had to come in with bases loaded, but 2 outs. That one goes across, and that'll be ball 2. So 2-0 is the count right now. Walk would, of course, put in a run. But Anchurez delivers, gets that hit, and it'll be foul just barely for strike 1. So 2-1's the count. Still bases loaded though. On this spring-like day over his head, that'll be 3-1 now for the count. Six runs, now 9. It looks like that actually, either way, it was a ball. So that'll be a walk. I mean, another run score. So they have almost gotten halfway through their production so far for district. As it is Villa who was able to score. First one goes across for Jayton, and that'll be like a ball, I think. Last time it was he was the first to bat. He struck out. Bing. He's going to hit this one, and it'll go foul. Just barely as it hit the line, then skirted over to the right before it got to first base. Count is at 0-2. Going to be Insurance delivering. Going to be hit. This time it's going to find the gap, and it could be enough for a single, so an RBI single for Jayton Butts. So another run comes across. It'll be 17-5. Still not in any danger, but getting closer is coming up next. It's going to be Isaac Salinas. And now we've got a bat that needs to be removed, and we will get that done by the Jal side. That's coming up after him will be Carenza. He gets the bat again, possibly, if Isaac is able to get through. Now he had a walk and was stranded at second last time up. First one's going to be a strike. Strike 2. So bases loaded, 2 outs. 0-2 is the count. Salinas Isaac needs to protect the plate. And that'll be strike 3 as you watch that one go by. And a nice little inning for Jal, one of the better ones of the district anyway, as they get 5 to come across. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all happening right here on Jal as the Panthers are going to be on defense and the Falcons back on the bat.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! JAL schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. JAL Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? JAL Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in JAL has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, unofficially, looks like we've got 5 runs off of 2 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts, along with 3 left on base, and let's see. Five walks. Trip Helmer coming up next. We've got sporadic sun now as it gets cloudy. And we're getting up to 6:15, actually 6:16 to be exact for those that are keeping count. Thank you again, and whether you're watching this live or afterwards, we do appreciate you tuning us in and checking out what Jal, the Panthers, can do, as well as the Loving Falcons. The Falcons are second in the district, and Jal in the cellar with no wins is in last place. Of course, that is 4th. Eunice is playing Texaco right now. Checking to see if there's an update. There is not, but if there is, we will let you know. We've got Tripp once again on the mound. Coming up first. Bum, bum, bum. Rodriguez, the freshman, coming up to bat. I believe last time he was up, he flew out to left field.
Now batting, number 8.
So it is a 12-run game. And Elijah coming up. And Elijah's going to see his first pitch. A little high. Ball 1. There we go. Bottom of the 4th, and ball 1 for Elijah. It's going to be a wild. Tried to find it, but nope. And instead, it will be 1-1 for the count. So Tripp still on the mound. Going to go ahead and throw that one. It's going to be bunted. And that could be maybe enough. Let's see. Actually, nope. Got it there in time. Butts did. And that'll be out number 1 for the 2-3. As the bunt looked pretty good, but didn't quite get there as it was, couldn't leg it out. So next up is going to be Wager. Or Wage. Let's see. Yep, Garrett Wage. Wage is, not Wager. One letter does make a difference. As that one goes across, it'll be Pump once more balls. 1-0. Making a little problem with the sun as it looks like it's glaring to one side. So on the left side, they're glaring into the sun, at least for the moment. That one goes across for ball 2. Hit, and will be, well, look, a quick, easy out.
Now
Number
batting,
2.
Number 20, Ryder Gonzalez.
Fielded by the third baseman, and he throws it first in time for the out. That's right. So Ryder up next. He's going to hit the ball. He's going to get there over his head, so he's going to make a single. And that's all he's going to go for as the throw was over Xavier's head.
Number 13, Marquise Granger.
So Marquise Granger coming up next. Last time he did get a walk. So Marquise up now, I'm going to say junior. Just a bit outside, ball one. Looked pretty good from where I was sitting. They're going to go ahead and try for it. Steal, safe. So Ryder goes ahead and steals second again. Hey, he's going to steal third now. He's going to try to. Insurance tried to do that earlier and got caught. He's going to go ahead and try. I think at this point he's just having a little fun, isn't he, as he gets to run back and forth. Just checking the arm, trying to see who's going to get it. And unfortunately, a dropped catch allows him to get back to second safe. So he is exactly where he was a moment ago. Now he's going to try again and continue to go. He really wants to get to third base. Let's see if he can as it goes. Going to pass that over to Tripp. Tripp, he's going to get back again, and same thing is going to happen before, I believe. As this time around, it is going to be out number 3. So that is going to be Granger at third. So, oops, that'll be that one. I'm sorry, that is Gonzalez. Either way, third out. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. We're back into the top of the 5th. And no runs came across for that one. Be back in a moment.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, a strange inning on that one, but it was one hit, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base as he was caught stealing after a couple of times. Of course, that was Gonzalez. So we're at the top of the 5th, and it is 17-5. Didn't expect all the stealing, but nevertheless, though, I think both sides had some fun with that one. So coming up is going to be, once again, back to it, is going to be Carranza. He is a sophomore. He was able to get walked the last time. He did score. He was one of the 4, I believe, and one of the 5 in the last inning. So 17-5 is the score right now. As Falcons warming up. Infield all around. Going to go ahead and get the glove slap. And now we're back to it. So Carranza, who has taken over for the freshman Miguel Ramirez, wants to see what he can do with the bat. First one goes across. Ball one. That goes and finds the bottom of the zone, strike. For 1-1 the count. Just a little outside for ball two. Again, Insurance, who came in the last inning, is relief pitching. Oh, and that hits him in the back, so it'll be hit by pitch. And he will take his base. Coming up next, Zaid Lindman. Lindman last time up. Lindman, I said that too. I said Lemon, but I would say Lindman. Walked last time. Swung on a miss, strike one. A little inside defensive there. Got didn't have to, but swung anyway. I think that was accidental, strike two, as it was foul tipped. So 0-2 is the count right now. Does get this one ahead of him and could get that to first. Yes, indeed, he did get there as a second baseman tried to get over to first, but not in time. In fact, actually third is going to be taken care of because Carranzo went ahead and went from first to third. So Lindman with a single. Actually, nope, he did not make it. He made it to third, but he didn't make it safe. So out at third is Carranzo. So got a little greedy on that one for the first out. That is going to be hit up to third base. He was in the right spot. Tries to get for the double play and got one, but not two. So the fielder's choice, as it is going to be Navarrete, who's going to go from first to second off the fielder's choice. And it'll be out number two for Zaid as he was out at second. Just when I was trying to fix the scoreboard, here we are now. One on, two outs, and it is coming up next will be, once again, Xavier Villa. We ended up having that weird hit that got 2 RBIs and a single. First one's going to go across, and that'll be a ball. When I thought it was going to be the final out, but instead it was 2 runs that came across. That one goes across for ball 2. So already sitting ahead at 2-0. On Cherez with that that quick delivery and a swing and a miss. 2-1 now. Wind still blowing left to right. That one goes across, hit inside, and will go foul. 2-2. Could have been an easy ball 3, but instead, Bia thought it was going to go inside. It did not, or outside. Instead, then it's going to be hit. Foul ball. He's going to stay alive. Count's going to stay the same. 2-2. As the runner has to go back. That, of course, again is going to be Luis Navarrete. So Navarrete at second, trying to get home. 5 runs in that last inning. This one's going to be scooped up and again dropped but picked up. And let's see if it's in time. It is. That'll be the final out of the inning. So 1 left stranded, 1 hit, no runs come across. It is going to be no errors and 1 K and 1 walk, I believe. We're going to go into the bottom of the 5th. It is a game 17-5. Be back in a moment. Actually, no, it is. That's right. It is the 5th. So that is the game. As we have 17-5 once again. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all happening right here on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. Thanks for being here. Be back in a moment.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check the online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Get you a quick rundown of the numbers. It was once again 17-5. It was 4-0 in the first. 9 runs came across in the second inning. Third inning saw 4, and the fourth inning saw Jal with 5 runs come across, and Loving with no runs in the bottom of the fourth, and they did not bat in the bottom of the fifth. So 17-5 was the score once again. 333 is the batting average for Jal. 556 is on base percentage with 2 stolen bases. 28 is the earned run average, is what they were giving up, and fielding percentage was at perfect 100. 5 runs, 6 hits, and that was runs batted in were 5. Slugging percentage was .389. Doubles, 1 double for Jal once again. So the second of the doubleheader is going to be forfeited, and we are going to go ahead and leave you as the next game is going to be coming up. Let's see. Actually, I have that printed up. Next one for the boys will be Texaco at Texaco. That'll be on Saturday. We'll not have coverage on that one. Followed by that one will be at Eunice on the 28th, and the second back to Loving, but that'll be at Jal. So our last game will be against Loving. That'll be on the 2nd of May. Meanwhile, for the girls, they're playing the second game against Eunice. That'll be in Eunice, and their next game will be here. Actually, no, it'll be at Jal against Loving and the Lady Falcons. So for myself, for the girls at the station, for the station itself, for No Mark Broadcasting, I want to thank you all for watching. This has been a great day for Tuesday, and that is going to be the end of it for this game. Until next time, of course, take care of yourselves, enjoy your week, and thank